Hello, fourth grade. Today we're going to work on comparing fractions with the same denominator, lesson 10-7. I am on page 149 in your workbook. So we're going to start with using a number line to compare fractions. And we'll start with number 1, 3/5 compared to 2/5. So here I have a number line from 0 to 1. So 0/5, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5, which is 1. As the numbers move across the number line to the right, they get larger as they move towards 1. So 2/5 is larger than 1/5 because my numerator 2 is larger than 1 because the denominators are both the same. 3/5 is larger than both 2/5 and 1/5. 4/5 is larger than 3/5, 2/5, and 1/5. So when I compare fractions with the same denominator, I really just have to look at the numerator. So if I look at number 1 here on 149, 3/5 compared to 2/5, I know that 3 is greater than 2, so 3/5 is greater than 2/5. And I can see that on my number line. 3/5 is closer to 1 than 2/5 is, so it's greater. I can also use my fraction pieces to see that 3/5 is greater than 2/5. 3/5 is 1/5 more than 2/5. All right, let's look at number 2, 1/6 compared to 5/6. Okay, I can look at my numerators and see that 1 is less than 5. So 1/6 is less than 5/6. And I can use my fraction strips just to check on that. All right, so here's 5/6 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here's 1/6 right here. And I can compare and see that 1/6 is less than 5/6. And on number 4, I have tenths. 7/10 compared to 3/10. If I look at my numerator, 7 is larger than 3. So 7/10 is larger than 3/10. And we'll use fraction strips to compare that. So here's my green, I'm going to do 7/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7/10, so I'll fold back 3/10. So there's 7/10 and then 3/10. So I can compare and I can see that 7/10 is greater than 3/10. Now at the bottom of the page, you're asked to write a numerator to complete the comparison. They say 1/5 is less than how many fifths? Let's get our fifths number line back. And I can see that 1/5 is less than 2/5, it's less than 3/5, and it's less than 4/5. So I could put any of those numerators here. I could put 2/5, 3/5, or 4/5. Number 9 is also fifths. 3/5 is greater than how many fifths? Well, 3/5 is greater than 2/5, and it's greater than 1/5. So I could put 1 as my numerator, or I could put 2 as my numerator. All right, let's look at number 6. Number 6 is eighths. It says 7/8 is greater than how many eighths? So here's 7/8. Well, 7/8 is greater than 6/8, 5/8, 4/8, 3/8, 2/8, and 1/8. So you could put any of those numerators. Anything less than a 7 could go here. Number 9, we just did number 7. 1/3 equals how many thirds? Well, the numerators have to be the same because it says equal. 1/3 equals 1/3. That just leaves a couple of those on that page for you to do by yourself. Then if we look at the second page, on page 150, you need to compare your fractions writing greater than, equal, or less than. So number 1, if I look at 2/3 compared to 2/3, my numerators are the same. Those are the exact same, numerators the same, denominators are the same. Exact same fractions, so those are equal. Number 3 is fifths again. Let's pull my fifth number line back out. Here's 1/5 and here's 4/5. 4/5 is closer to 1 than 1/5 is, so 1/5 is less than 4/5. So you go ahead and finish that page, just put their signs in here and then answer the questions and explain your answers.